Located in the East Flanders region of Belgium, Ghent is a city that's chock full of history with an amazing medieval old town, fairy tale like castle and picturesque harbour. In this video we spend 48 hours exploring Ghent, seeing as much as we can.
Absolutely amazing, blown away by this place. So cool, so beautiful, so much history.
Eating all the Belgian food we can get our hands on and give up our shoes for a giant beer.
Basically, you give the guy your shoes and he hoists them up in a basket to the roof.
So let's get started.
Hi everyone and welcome to Ghent.
Yeah, so we arrived here last night. We took the Eurostar from London to Brussels and then a short journey from Brussels to here. So we're going to spend the weekend here, exploring the city, seeing the sights, trying some local food, and maybe even have a few cheeky beers. And right now we're on our way to see the Belfry. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Alrighty folks, we are now at the Belfry, which is a 91-metre bell tower that was built in 1380. So this bell tower was used to announce the time as well as give various other warnings, and it was once used as the city archives. So these days you can climb this medieval tower and get panoramic views of the city, which we're about to do. So it costs 11 euros per person. So we booked online in advance. So our time slot's in a few minutes, about 5 minutes time. So we're gonna head there now. See you there.
When visiting the Belfry, you'll enter via the Cloth Hall, the rectangular building adjoining the Belfry that was built for the cloth trade that made the city rich during the Middle Ages. And from there you'll enter the Belfry and climb a flight of stairs where you'll eventually reach a room with the Dragon of Ghent. So the story goes that this dragon started its life on the front of a Norwegian ship in the 1100s and eventually made its way to Bruges, where after the Battle of Beverhout in 1382, the dragon was taken as a war trophy and put on top of the Belfry. From there it has become a symbol of the city, and it's really cool to see it here inside of the Belfry. So from here on this floor, you can also catch the lift all the way to the top of the Belfry.
Here we go. We are now at the top of the Belfry. What do you think, Nat?
Awesome.
Yeah.
And get to see that clock thing.
Yeah, the clock was awesome.
Once you reach the top of the Belfry, you can walk all the way around this narrow passage that gives you panoramic 360-degree views of the city. We really love ourselves a viewpoint, especially one of these ones where you climb these historic buildings, and this one did not disappoint.
Alrighty folks, we are at the final bit. So we've done a loop around the outside of the Belfry and we're at the final bit now, which is the best bit, where you can see all of downtown Ghent behind me somewhere. There. Amazing. 11 euro, and there is a museum in here. Well worth it. Absolutely awesome. Alright, so now we're going to make our way down these thin, steep stairs. Whoa, and now we're at a spiral staircase. Oh, those stairs are really, really thin.
Cameraman, watch your steps.
After making it down all those stairs in one piece, it was time for breakfast. So we headed to Caffe Rosario, which just happens to be right across the road from the Belfry. We had to get Belgian waffles as it was one of our favorite things last time we visited Belgium. This place comes highly recommended and it did not disappoint. Absolutely delicious, and their coffee was also on point.
All right, so breakfast is served. We have
It says
Nutella and strawberry Liège waffle.
Liège waffles, yeah.
Caffe Rosario here. Wow, absolutely amazing. Look at that. A thing of beauty. Alrighty folks, we are now going on a boat tour. So we're kind of all jammed in here like sardines. There's like 1 million people on this boat. Check it out. So yeah, we're going to cruise around Ghent. Let's see what we can discover.
We took a 45-minute boat tour from Korenlei. It took us along the Lee River and the Leave Canal. Along the way you'll pass under medieval bridges and see some of the highlights of the city, like the stunning facades of the guild houses that line Korenlei and the castle of the Counts. The tour is narrated in different languages, so we got to learn lots of interesting information along the way. It was so much fun to cruise along the water and see the city from a different angle, where some of the highlights were passing through some of the areas that you can only visit by boat, where you can see the only remaining building with a wooden facade, and obviously passing by the Castle of the Counts on the water was truly impressive as it towered over us. Also at the end of the Leave Canal there is the Rabo, a spectacular fortified bridge and the only remaining section of the old fortification that once surrounded the city. So we really enjoyed this boat tour and would highly recommend it. There are loads of other options around, so check them out. You don't need to endure the sardine tour like we did. We saw lots of other tours going around that were less crowded, so maybe have a look around and learn from our mistake.
Alright guys, so obviously being back in Belgium, we have to try Pomm Fritz. We went to a place called Frituur, Hendrik, which is a little hole in the wall Pomm Fritz joint. So we got some Pomm Fritz here with the Andalous sauce and the bitter bollen, which is deep fried meatballs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they look super delicious. Let's try this out. Look at that. Big dollop of Andalous sauce. Very crispy. Oh, really good.
And it's just €3 for this large
Very,
size.
very cheap. Yeah, €3 for this. They call it large. It's not that large. Groot. The Groot size. I am Groot. So this is the bitter bollen. Never had one of these before. Am I supposed to dip it in the sauce or have it raw dog?
Yeah, I suppose you should dip it in the sauce.
I'll dip it in the sauce.
Sausage.
It's kind of mushy on the inside.
Could be as in raw
So
fish.
yeah, I have no idea what's in there. It is like, it tastes like a sausage. It's like meat mixed in with something.
Yeah.
It's not bad though, not bad. Very hot though, I've got a burnt tongue now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep eating these and then we're gonna go have a sneaky beer.
Our next stop was Dulle, Griet, which was one of our favourite places in Ghent. So this is a bar that's decorated with an eclectic mix of items, but the highlight here is the Max beer, where you need to give up a shoe to receive the giant 1 litre glass of beer.
There goes my shoe. All right, guys, we are now at a pub called Dulle Griet, and they're famous for their Max beer. So this is 1 litre of beer that is served in this giant glass here. It's so big you can't even fit it all into one shot. The unique thing about this place is you have to give up your shoes to be able to receive this beer. So they basically, you give the guy your shoes and he hoists them up in a basket to the roof. And if you break this glass, it's also costs you €90 to pay it back. So I don't even know how I'm going to drink this. So I'm going to have to put it off the table. Whoa, that nearly cost me €90. Oh yeah. Not sure if it's the best beer in the world, but it's definitely a good experience. So yeah, let's drink this bad boy. Alrighty folks, we are at St. Michael's Bridge. So this is a newer addition to Ghent, even though it's over 100 years old, but behind us you can see the 3 towers of Ghent there, the St. Michael's Cathedral, St. Bavos and the Belfry all in one shot. And from here you can also see Korenlei behind me, and the other side the river keeps continuing on. So yeah, this is a really beautiful spot. It's almost like a viewpoint. It is a bridge across the river, but it is also a viewpoint at the same time. Amazing spot.
For dinner, we headed out to a place called Huys, which is a place that serves traditional Flemish food. We got the Flemish beef stew and the waterzooi, which is a hearty, creamy soup. Really comforting food and big servings. This is a perfect place to come and try out local Flemish dishes.
All right, so we're now having dinner at Huys, and you got, what's this stuff called? Waterzooi. Like chicken, like soup, comes in this giant cauldron of soup. And here we have the Flemish beef stew. Look at that. Comes with Pomm Fritz, salad. There we go. Looks awesome. Wow, that soup looks epic. Two breasts of chicken inside a giant cauldron. Alrighty, so this spot we're in right now is called Korenlei. So this is an ancient port that they used back in the day, and both sides of the river here is lined with old guild halls. This place is really, really beautiful. There's loads of restaurants and stuff here today, so you can sit here, have something to eat, have a cheeky pint, and also it's a place where you catch all of these boat tours. You can get boat tours from other places along the river, but a lot of them are based around here, as you can see behind me. So yeah, and at the other end of the port here, you can see St. Michael's Bridge up there. So everything is in really close proximity of each other. So that's one great thing about Ghent. You don't really need to walk very far to go see everything. It's all really close to each other, a really walkable city. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving. We are going to go check out the castle very soon. The Castle of the Counts. See you there. Alrighty folks, we are now at Gravensteen, which is also known as Castle of the Counts in English. So this castle is located in the heart of Ghent. It was built in the 12th century, and it was the seat of power for the Counts of Flanders up until the 14th century. And since then it's had many roles over the years, and now you can visit that castle and explore it. That's what we're gonna do now. So we bought our tickets online in advance. It's a timed entry, and it costs 13 euros per adult. So let's go explore the castle. Alrighty, so we're now inside of Gravensteen, Castle of the Counts. We're now climbing a spiral staircase. How is it, Nat? It's not too narrow. It is easy peasy compared to the Belfry, yeah. So let's do it. Wow, look at this place. Armory. We're entering the armory. This is so awesome, this place. Check out the size of this sword, guys. Wow.
And I'm 163 centimeter tall.
Yeah, so that's got to be about 2 meters high.
I think so.
Crazy. Yeah, this armory is awesome, isn't it? This room. So beautiful. Look at these weapons. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Look at the sword on the other side of the display. What the heck? What is this thing? Wow. It's like something from a video game. This is like a top tier drop in an RPG. All right, so we're continuing up some more stairs. So that room was absolutely wild, filled with an epic array of medieval weaponry. Some of those things looked so crazy and violent. Obviously they're used for violence, but wow. Alrighty, so we're now climbed all of those stairs and we've made it to the top of the castle. So from here you can walk around the ramparts behind me and get amazing, commanding views of Ghent. Yeah, really, really beautiful. So this castle has been amazing so far. It's in really awesome condition. The exhibits are really, really cool, especially that armory room. So yeah, now we're going to continue. I believe we start heading down and there's some other rooms to discover. Let's go. Alrighty, so we've now made it back to the bottom of the castle and you can walk around the ramparts around the base of the castle, which is really cool. So let's go check these out. Wow, see all the back of the castle here. And Nat has found something. Ancient toilets. Let's check it out. Wow, made out of stone. Wow, that would be cold in the winter. And it says to not use it, as if it wasn't obvious, but some people are stupid, aren't they? Oh, and it goes straight into the water here in the moat. So there you go, don't even have to flush it. Wow, look at that. The other one must drop down there as well. Yeah, there we go. Wow, there you go. Ancient toilets.
You gotta be careful if you are a bored person. The drop can go down on you at any time.
Oh yeah, you be careful, boat people. That's crazy. Yeah guys, so this here is the castle chapel. And our boat guide yesterday was saying that once a day there is a marriage ceremony here. And it's right next to the house of torture. So, I don't know, make that of what you will. But people are getting married in this room, which is super beautiful. Alrighty folks, we are now at the end of the tour here at Castle of the Counts. Absolutely amazing, blown away by this place. So cool, so beautiful, so much history, and only €13. So definitely worth €13, right?
Worth it.
After exploring Gravensteen, we headed to our next stop, St. Bavos Cathedral, a spectacular 10th century church with its 89-metre bell tower that's one of the 3 towers of Ghent. Inside, it is absolutely spectacular with its tall vaulted roofs, large colourful stained glass windows, and the masterpiece painting Adoration of the Mystic Lamb. This building is truly grand and impressive.
Alright folks, this is the St. Bavos Cathedral, home of the masterpiece painting Adoration of the Mystic Lamb. Does the Maumea want to see the Mystic Lamb?
I want to see the Mystic Lamb paintings because
It's very mystical.
You said that it was the most stolen
Painting in the world,
paintings
yeah.
in the world.
It has
So
stolen by Napoleon and Hitler.
yeah, so it must be something.
It must be special.
Special.
Yeah, let's do it. Alright folks, we are now at the Adoration of the Mystic Lamb. So you have to pay to come in here. It costs €12.50. So yeah, this is supposed to be a masterpiece of Renaissance art. So I'm not an art guru, so I don't know anything about that. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, this is a really beautiful painting, very historic. So it's right behind the main altar here in the church. And when you pay, you go behind and you get to see it. So yeah, it's a fantastic painting, super bright. Consider it was made in like 1428 or something like that, super old. But yeah, check it out. Look at the main altar here. Like I've never seen such a more ornate and detailed altar. All the stained glass up there. Absolutely wild. This place is fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. Alrighty folks, we are at another bar here in Ghent. This place is called Trollekelder. So this place was once a library back in the day, and then in the 80s it was bought by some guy and turned into a bar, and his wife apparently was into mythological creatures and trolls and stuff, so that's how the place got its name. And you can see like all these mythological creatures and stuff all over the bar. They sell heaps and heaps of beers here, over 300 types. Quite impressive. And we got ourselves another giant beer. Check it out. So big I can't even fit it into one shot. So yeah, this beer here is Quack. This is the beer that we said was the worst one that we tried in Brussels. So due to all the feedback, I'm willing to give it another go. So let's try it out. It's very, very malty. It might grow on me, but it's still not my favorite beer in the world. But anyway, let's keep drinking this.
It's a long way to go, though.
Yeah, it is a long way to go to finish this. And it's very awkward to drink. So what did you get, Nat, hiding behind there? La Trappe Blonde. What's the percentage of that beer? 6.5. Nice. All right. Cool. All right, we'll polish these off. We might try a couple of different other ones. Not all in these glasses, though, because this is so awkward. But anyway. Cheers. Alrighty, so we've grabbed another beer here, and we're sticking in the theme of weird glasses. And this beer is called La Corne, or something like that. And it's a giant horn-shaped glass. So this is a French name, so it means horn. So that's why it's got a horn-shaped glass, I assume. Look at it. What is going on in there? There's lots of floating objects. So, bottoms up. I feel like a Viking. Not bad, not bad. It kind of tastes like a IPA. It's kind of really hoppy. Not bad. I do not know what these floaties are, though. I'm a bit worried about those. But yeah, 8% alcohol, apparently. It's pretty good. Better than Quack, I'll tell you that.
Still, give it grief about.
But anyway, let's continue. Let's see if we can find any more strange glasses.
So there was no more strange glasses, and you could probably tell from my red face that was the end of the drinking session. And that was our 48 hours in Ghent. So what are your favourite places to visit in Ghent? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching, and if you got this far, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel content, and we'll see you on the next adventure.